Do you smell what the Rock is cooking, Hugh Jackman? I mean Wolverine? Listen, bub. Yeah, schnick!
Oh no!
I layeth the schnick down on your candy. Hi.
Family friendly.
I'm being family friendly. I'm like, Wolverine's kicking butt. I mean, that's what he does, right? He's the best at what he does. It's very true. It's very true.
Nerd.
You're the one that nerd this.
Wow!
Adamantium claw.
Wow!
Or this. Berserker barrage.
Wow! That's a lawsuit.
How is that a lawsuit?
Because some little kid is gonna poke his brother's eye with the review, and he's just like, I thought a ToyWorldOrder.com and my idol stupid head poop bot.
Kids, don't poke your
Yeah,
brothers
don't
or
put people
sisters in the eye
eye.
with Wolverine claws.
It's bad!
It's not good. You can poke puppets, though.
No!
Ow! Always getting hit. Always getting hit on these things.
Yeah. You deserve it that time. No, that time I think pretty clearly you deserved it.
Just bring it.
I'm trying to smell with this phone.
Poor Rock. Dwayne the Rock Johnson never knew what was coming.
Jaws remake. Done. Boom.
Hey boys and girls, get ready for an all-new toy review with Devall and my best puppet pal, Puppet Devall! Games and kids.
Hey guys, welcome to an all-new review right here on ToyWorldOrder.com, starring me, Devall, and my buddy, Puppet Devall.
Ooh.
You know, gang, we're back with an all-new review. We got a great Lego item to look at this time today. I know, right? Today we're going to be taking a look at Lego set 76022, which is actually the none other than the awesome Marvel superheroes X-Men vs. the Sentinel set. Dun-dun-dun-dun. That was pretty good. Good old Fox Kids Club's X-Men cartoon show, which is on Netflix. You can watch it all on Netflix now. It's pretty cool.
No, nerds.
This is coming from the puppet who knows the song. But this Lego set's pretty cool. It comes with a number of really cool minifigures. You get a Wolverine, a Storm, a Cyclops, a Magneto, a big Sentinel. The what? Wolverine. Storm. Magneto. And Cyclops.
Oops, sorry.
What's wrong with Cyclops? Why don't you like Cyclops? Cyclops is cool. Cyclops is the leader. Everyone likes Cyclops. What about Wolverine? What about the big Sentinel?
Stop.
Who's stabbing things?
Stop! It was very hardcore.
Yeah, but apparently it was very hardcore.
You
What about Cyclops? What about James Marsden?
No.
He was Cyclops. Anyway, the front of the box has a great dynamic picture of the set in action. Of course, the actual poses need hand support, so this can't really do this. Bear. I know, right? It's pretty sad. Wow. Well, the back shows off the different details of the set, the different details of the Blackbird, the Sentinel, everything enclosed in here. It's a pretty big set. It's a pretty massive set for 4 minifigures in basically 2 large-scale Lego items. Inside the box, you find a couple things. You get, of course, you get you get 2 instruction manuals.
Woo!
There's 3 baggies full of parts. So one instruction manual here basically covers the building of Cyclops and I believe Storm and the Blackbird. So you've got that in 2 separate baggies there, and then one baggie is just Wolverine, Magneto, and the Sentinel. So, and each one has their own separate instruction manual. So you've got the large one for the majority of the set, which is the Blackbird, Cyclops, and Storm. And those are, of course, yeah, you missed your.
I was paying attention. I see myself on the TV.
And of course, you've got your images here. The instruction manuals are really easy to follow. Of course, just if you've built Legos, you know what these are. These are super easy to follow. There's no trouble in telling where parts go and what parts they're using. The Sentinel's the same way. I mean, they tell you piece by piece, part by part, how to build your Sentinel. And of course, a parts list in each of the back ones there, as well as a little ad for the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy. And then in there, you also get... Wow. Goodness. I know, right? You also get an actual comic book that covers 2 different topics. It covers the set that we're looking at today, which is the X-Men vs. the Sentinel set. So there's a little comic in there. And then also you get a comic of the Lego Guardians of the Galaxy sets, which are pretty cool. And the artwork in here, of course, is all it's all Lego based, of course. So all the minifigures and everything. It's just like the regular Lego world. The stories are told. Wow, I'm very impressed. The stories are all told silently, just like in most Lego games and movies. You know, they've not a whole lot.
Batman 2! Boo! Boo! Batman 2! Boo!
Yeah, Batman 2 talked, and he doesn't like that. He likes his Lego games to I don't know, make
It
nods.
discriminates against non-speaking moves.
Speaking, they don't really speak in Mimi moves.
No, they don't speak all and they speak English and it discriminates. No.
Well, gang, what do you say we, with the instruction manuals in the box out of the way, what do you say we take a look at the actual Lego models that you get to build? Lego Legos.
Yes.
That's very redundant. I like Lego models.
Yes,
Let's take a look at the Lego models.
Models.
Up close and personal. Let's take a better look at all of them.
Yay.
All right, the X-Men vs. Sentinel set. There's a lot here, so you know, before we look at this big guy, we'll put him over there. And before we look at the monstrous Sentinel, look at him. We'll put him over here. Let's take a look at the 4 minifigures that come with the set. Now, the minifigures are pretty cool. Of course, we talked about you get 4, so you get Wolverine, you get Storm, you get Magneto, you get Cyclops. Cyclops is pretty cool. He's just, you know, he's your basic Lego minifigure. He's dressed in his 80s comic book costume there, so he's all spiffed out in blue and gold there. The head is all one piece. There's no extra face on here. It's just Cyclops looking very stern with his visor on. So no extra face on the back. But they did detail the back of his mask though. So he's got the little detail on the back there. That's pretty cool. We'll put Cyclops aside here. Wolverine's pretty neat. Wolverine actually, I have to find it. Hold on, his hair's in the Blackbird. Hold on. I got it. Wolverine's pretty cool because not only does he come with dressed in his 80s costume, so he's dressed in his brown and gold, his very classic look for Wolverine. He also comes with these 2 little handheld Wolverine claws that you can actually think are used in the like the Ninjago sets for like little ninja claws too. But he comes with the little Wolverine claws that you just simply plug right into his hands, so you can recreate Wolverine's classic. Oh god, Wolverine's classic.
No, don't play it.
So you can recreate Wolverine's. I know. So you can recreate Wolverine's classic claws out. His little schnick. The costume here is pretty detailed. You know, the front of it, the Lego always does a good job with their costumes, with their little applications on the front, and the back is very detailed as well. And then you've got Wolverine's mask here. And what's cool is you take off Wolverine's mask, and he actually has, which is pretty cool because the mask has eye holes, and one side of the face here has like little white goggles. So when you put, he's wearing little white goggles. So when you put Wolverine's mask on, just like in the comics, he instead of having pupils, he just has a full white eyes. That's right. But if you turn his head around, there's another version of Wolverine here. a little less angry with his mouth closed. And that one you actually can put the hair on, and you can actually have yourself a hair Wolverine there, Wolverine with his hair on, so you can actually don't have to display him with his mask on, and that's pretty neat.
Logan.
I know, you can have Logan or you can have Wolverine. We're actually going to put him back to Wolverine here. We're going to display him as Wolverine because he's much cooler looking than with the big Elvis haircut from the 80s, which you know, that's what Wolverine did. Storm. Storm's pretty cool.
What happens to a frog when it is hit by lightning?
The same thing that happens to every. Oh, I don't
That's
know.
when Rokat is not imperfect. It is not perfect.
Yes. She's pretty neat though. She's got some great details, of course. Again, in her '80s costume and the very iconic looking, kind of risque costume for a Lego figure. This Lego figure's showing a lot of fake skin. I know. She's got the little cloth cape here, so her little wind cape here, which is pretty accurately done for a Lego figure. Then she's got one face here, of course, with her hair on, and then if you happen to you take her hair off and you spin her around, she's got a very angry face. You can put her hair back on her there. She's got a very angry face. She also comes. We saw this. We saw these actually in our Ninja Turtle Mutation Chamber Unleashed review. These are the same kind of little energy bolts that are in that set, but just a little differently colored. So you can recreate the lightning coming out of her hands, which is kind of cool. So she can actually hold these.
Also Star Wars.
Yes. Yes, and from Star Wars, the Sith. Yep. The problem is, though, because of those, she's kind of top-heavy, so she doesn't want to... Yeah. Laugh at a football. You kind of have to bend her back a little bit just to get her to stand, because if you try to stand her like a normal Lego person, this happens. I mean, technically, you can just put her hands down, and that'll hold her up, but where's the fun in that, right? And then, the last of the minifigures here is Magneto. And Magneto's pretty unique because he's the only minifigure here that actually comes with his own little vehicle. He's made a little metal flying device that he controls with his powers that he can stand on, as the minifigure here can stand on the two little Lego pieces here for fit holes, and he can hover around using his metal powers. Because Magneto really can't. He can fly when he's controlling metal like this, but he can't fly without it. So he kind of needs something under his feet to control him. That's pretty cool. His costume is pretty accurately detailed for the 80s. I mean, he's got his white gloves. He's got his. This is the outfit, kids. At one time, Magneto was actually in charge of the X-Men. He actually was teaching at the school while Professor Xavier was away. So Magneto, many times in the comics, has been a good guy. Has been one of the heroes, and this is representative of when he was the hero, the same costume and everything he wore. He's got an extra hairpiece here, so he's got his 80s look, his kind of, I don't know what you would call this hairstyle, Puppet Devall. It's very fun, yeah, poofy, very bouffant, very poofy. Bouffant, very poofy. Yeah, it's very 80s. He's got two faces here as well. He's got his kind of stern face, and then you spin his face around here. And he's got a very angry face there. And then you can put the the Magneto mask here can actually you can actually insert it over his face here, and you've got of course you've got Magneto all armored up there and ready for battle. So he's got his helmet on. He's also got the cool little red cape on that goes on just by take his head off and you put the cape on and put the head back on, so the cape will stay on. It's this nice kind of stiff fabric cape, which isn't really going to rip or tear, and that's a plus. Holds up the play really well. Cool thing here is let's spin Magneto's face back around to his regular stern face here. We'll put the hair back on him here, maybe. Can't get the hair back on. There we go. Put the hair back on him. Let's put him. No, I got it. I'm good. I'm good, Puppet Devall. I'm afraid of what you'll do if I give you a Lego.
No.
He also comes with something really cool. It comes with this little clear Lego piece here, and which, if you're wondering what this is used for. You can actually, with the helmet, you can actually poke that into the helmet, just like that. So you've got this little clear piece here. And then Magneto actually, you can fit it over his hand, just like that. So it looks like he's floating his helmet in front of him. And that's a neat little touch. That's something not a lot of companies would do, but Lego, you know...
Creo wouldn't do that.
No, Creo would not do that. Lego actually goes out of their way to, you know, to research the characters and the history. And they do little nice touches like this, which is really cool. It's pretty neat. Minifigures are awesome.
Yes.
The Sentinel here is pretty darn cool. for what he is. Now they probably could have made him a little bit better. I guess I'm happy and unhappy with the way he looks because his joints and everything. You know, Puppet Devall just said, you know, and Creo wouldn't do that. Well, this is kind of something that Creo does do with like their Transformer Creos with their big combiner sets. They use this same kind of build type, I guess you would say, to make their large scale characters, and they just kind of look. I don't know. They look, for a Sentinel, he's really thin looking because of the way that he's built, but he is very posable. I mean, he does have a lot of, because of the ball joints here. His fingers are all individually articulated, so they can all individually move. He's got two little firing blasters here underneath his arms there, so you can actually put the bolts in either of his arms here to kind of mimic the firing, you know, him firing at the X-Men. Or you can take this actually, and there is a, I believe there's a little slit in here. I haven't actually done this yet. Puppet Devall, have you messed with this? You can actually, somehow I know there's a way that you can kind of recreate Cyclops Blast, but I think you can do that by putting it there, and then kind of putting this down by his face to kind of simulate, which kind of does simulate the blast with the little in there. So that's kind of neat. But a lot of great articulation. I mean, you could really get the Sentinel in some really cool poses. Like he can, you know, he can air guitar rock out. That's pretty darn neat. Plus, the Sentinel actually has missile-firing shoulder rockets that actually can flip up from his back there. And of course, just like with the regular Lego sets here, you can by pressing, just pushing those out, they actually will fire out. I don't want to push them too hard. I don't want to lose them. Oh god, I knocked his head off.
I know.
That's all right. It goes back on. So he's the Sentinel's got some firepower to him. He's got some hidden firepower there. He's got some great strength. I like the Sentinel a lot. I just wish that we didn't have this kind of a build that reminds me a little bit of Creo builds. But he's got some neat details, like on the bottom of his feet. He's got his little rocket blaster. So technically, you know, you can make the Sentinel go and fly away. That's kind of cool. Sentinel's a cool figure, though. They did a good job with the overall look and design of the Sentinel, especially with his angry face there. And then you come to the major piece of the line of this set, which is the Blackbird, which is the actual Blackbird jet. And as you can see, the details on this thing are really well done. I mean, there are some stickers in the set, so there's, you know, some X-Men stickers and some stickers for the canopy. The bottom of it, of course, is just, you know, normal Lego, but the top and the sides of the design, the wings here are really well done and really cool. Like the little tail fins here can kind of snap up and can move, which is pretty cool. Can move about. There are some opening features here. There's an opening canopy here that actually does open up to reveal there's two seats in there and a pilot seat, so you can actually take one of the figures. Like we'll take Cyclops here, since he's Puppet Devall's favorite. We'll put Cyclops down in the seat there. Boo. So you can actually, you know, have. I know, not going.
I know, crashed and Cyclops.
You can actually have one, you know, two of the X-Men in there sitting, and that closes up. That's pretty cool. Cyclops is not dead; he's still alive. Oh, I got to put the wing back on. This wing seems to never want to stay on. There we go. You know what, Puppet? The back of it here opens up to reveal even more details in there. So you've got a little computer monitor there that shows the Sentinel on the screen there, as well as there's a couple more seats, rear-facing seats, and then there's also this little piece here, which is actually kind of cool. It's a removable tool chest, and inside the tool chest you have the doors open up pretty easy, and then you've got a fire extinguisher. So just in case something bad happens, you've got the fire extinguisher there. You've got a hammer. Yes, to hit Cyclops with. And then you've got a wrench. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of hitting Cyclops in this one. And of course, those all just store. They just kind of poke in there, and then you close the door, and it actually connects. You can see it down there. You can see the little blue pieces there, and it just sits right down in there and snaps right into place. So it stays in place pretty good. And then you can, like I said, you can fit more X-Men down in there, and the top of that falls down. Then you've got the missiles on this thing. You've got 2 side missiles here, 1 on each side here, that just like the missiles on the Sentinel, by pressing, they can fly out. Of course, I'm not pressing too hard. Again, I don't want to lose them, but get the idea by putting some pressure on the ends of them. Yeah, break it, I bought it. By putting some pressure on the ends of it, they fly out of there. Plus, there's these really cool, it's a little hidden missile launcher. I know. And these actually are spring-loaded.
Yes, apparently.
Yes, they are spring-loaded, as I just launched one out into the atmosphere. But those are pretty. I like the fact that they're hidden back there. You don't know they're there until you kind of pull that out, and it's almost like a rear-facing missile launcher there. And the springs, as you can tell, are pretty darn powerful.
Yes.
I mean, we launched it.
Oh,
you're still working on it,
yes,
Puppet
I'm
Devall?
working on it.
Well,
Maybe if you pay a little more attention.
yeah, well, dang it. But of course, to fire these, oops, almost. To fire these, I'll fire it into my hand here.
So fire it in your hands.
Basically, you press down on the back piece here, and see as it pops out of there. I get it to. Well, you get the idea. It'll fly out of there if you press the like that. Sorry, Puppet Devall.
I just got one off the floor and then that's the other one. That's stupid.
I almost said Puppet Devall there. Sorry, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of strong firepower coming out of that missile launcher. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I could take a puppet's eye out with that thing.
Do not aim at your eyes or mouth.
Yes, do not aim at your eyes or mouth. And then there's other little details here, like the back, little back jet engine here. Ah, thank you.
Stop shooting them.
Okay, I'll stop shooting them.
No.
I was trying to show the kids at home how to fire them, and well, you know.
Apparently you don't get a lot of instructions on that one.
Apparently not. But the Blackbird is like I said, is the coolest piece of the set, I think. And it is pretty cool. It's a neat little set overall. And when you put everything together with the 4 X-Men figures that you get, including Cyclops, and your Sentinel and Storm, you've got a place for all 4 X-Men to sit and to ride. They can fight the Sentinel. It's really cool. This is one of the coolest Marvel superhero sets, kind of the medium-sized sets that are out right now, and it's well worth getting. There you go, guys. There's a look at the awesome Lego X-Men vs. Sentinel set. It's a very cool set. I mean, there's so much to this set. The Blackbird's got like a bunch of fire missiles. The Sentinel's got a fire missile, the missile out of his hand that you can also use on Cyclops to kind of recreate his optic blast. You've got 80s costumes on all the characters, on Cyclops, on Storm, on Magneto, on Wolverine. I mean, you've got the brown and yellow costume Wolverine, which is awesome. You've got Magneto in his costume, in his 80s costume, as he appeared when he was with the X-Men, when he was teaching the X-Men as headmaster. That's pretty darn cool. There's a lot of neat little history in this Lego set. And the Blackbird itself is really cool. It's a really cool build once it's all together. The Sentinel's really neat. I mean, the Sentinel kind of uses the same, like we talked about, it uses the same kind of ideas that, I hate to put them in the same boat, but stuff like the Transformer Creos do when they do the large-scale figures. It's kind of built the same way with kind of the same joint system and whatnot. But it's Lego, so it's actually much better. And he looks cool. I mean, a little weird, but what just happened? Oh my goodness! Are you okay? You knocked everyone down, but Magneto, he's still flying. A lot of cool little parts to this set. I mean, a lot of parts that could get easily lost. The Wolverine's claws, Magneto actually. Yeah. I know. Magneto actually has a little clear piece that he can hold, so it looks like his mask is floating. That's really cool. But all in all, this is a great Lego set. It's a great collector set. It's a great set to have to build. It's a fun build. It only takes maybe less than 2.5 hours to put together all together. Not a hard set, but it's once it's together, there's a lot to it. A lot of fun stuff that you can have a lot of fun with this set. So I suggest you go out and find it. The set is available pretty much at any retail store right now that carries Lego products. That's why you banged your head, because you're nodding so much. But I strongly recommend any Lego fans out there to go pick this set up, because it's well worth it. Am I right? It's X-Men. It's 80s. It's all 80s stuff. So come on. We all love. I mean, look at 80s Cyclops. 80s Cyclops is really cool for an 80s Cyclops. I mean, no other Cyclops is this cool than Cyclops. And Cyclops is pretty cool. Cyclops. Cyclops! The joke doesn't get old for me. I enjoy it. But again, go out, find the set. I suggest it. Puppet Devall likes it.
Oh, there's one small stupid option.
Puppet Devall, I am Cyclops. I've come to save you, to take you into the future. I promise to be a good father and a great husband to any wife I have.
No. No.
Cyclops has had a sordid history, ladies and gentlemen and kids. Very sordid history. Very sad history. Here, will this make you feel better? Watch.
Whoa! Oh, oh, stupid head now.
I fixed him. Everything's not awesome. Gang, there you go. There's another review starring me and my buddy Puppet Devall. We'll be back real soon with a brand new review. So check back with us soon, gang. And until next time. Get there. From hitting your head, it knocked you all loopy. We'll see you guys next time.